Now that I've had time to really sit, digest the game, you know, have fun, experiment, explore, flesh out on missions, play the rank ladder, I like it. Plain as day. I feel personally that it's top 3 Pokemon game thus far, for real. After Legends Arceus, I was already impressed. They completely changed the catching mechanic. The story was really, for no spoilers, it was a lot of good twists, and the continuity between characters and timelines, it was fun. It was nice to see Pokemon get in their bag real quick and really flush out all the nooks and crannies of a game, you know? Going into the futuristic aspect when they teased Legends Z-A, I was geeked. Of course, I thought it was going to be on like some Jetsons far off future. I thought we were going to be exploring like the future where the Paradox Pokemon came from, because if you read the Paradox Pokemon like entries, for the most part, a lot of them's dangerous. Like, it seems like they come from either a wild or dystopian future, you know? So I thought that's where Legends Z-A was about to, you know, pivot to, especially with Scarlet and Violet. In the meantime, between time, it was a pleasant surprise. They announced it was Kalos. Kalos, X and Y are probably my least favorite Pokemon games, and not for the reasons everybody probably thinks, but here's why. Aside from the Pokédex being short, the Pokemon selection was dope. Like, I messed with Froakie day one. Froakie was my boy. And Goodra, I'm always a fan of a good dragon type, and their pseudo this go around was adorable and weird. It wasn't just a menacing monster, it was goo. And it was a tank too, so that was fun. I'm always a fan of tanky Pokemon. Kalos as a whole, was the customization was cool, and I get it. That was their first time messing with 3D models, so I cut them slack back then, and of course I enjoyed the games. What was it, 2012, 2013, whenever they dropped, or whenever, who knows. But those were dope games for what they were, especially handheld. The 3DS was its own buzz, and of course whatever mainline Pokemon game is coming out on Nintendo is gonna go crazy. So coming back to Kalos, I was assuming we were gonna really flesh it out. I didn't think we'd be stuck in Lumio City first and foremost, but Legends Arceus was a hub world, so I wasn't really mad. And from that, I could say Scarlet and Violet definitely had the one up on Legends, but it's just a different format. The game itself is dope, and I feel like the fact that it's contained in one city leaves room for DLCs, plural, because if we're in a hub world for the main game, the first DLC is a parallel world, I imagine, in hyperspace. This gives me Sun and Moon vibes, where we went through the portals with the legendaries and we went to each habitat of the Ultra Beast, and that itself was just a cool break. Like, Sun and Moon was the first time they really tried to tweak the formula. We didn't have any gyms, the totem Pokemon. It was refreshing for me. That's another one for the top 5, if not top 3 Pokemon games thus far. And simple because I can remember, I'm 28. I've been playing Pokemon since Gen 2. And I can remember when everybody was fiending for, oh, we need a new formula. I'm tired of 8 gyms, 1 road, 1 route, go. No, I'm sorry. And then they gave us Sun and Moon. And this is where I feel like there's a huge disconnect between Pokemon / Nintendo fans and video game fans as a whole. Because the biggest critique, the biggest headline, the biggest thumbnail you could see on Sun and Moon in that time frame, and let me know if I'm bugging, but it was how long the tutorial is. It was minuscule things, and mind you, you only play the tutorial one time. It's not like every 5 minutes there's a tutorial per task. Like, you get your basic, oh, this is how you move, this is your bag, this is how you catch Pokemon, this is the battle, go. And everybody was just harping over that, like, oh, the tutorial, the cutscenes. They gave us cutscenes. The last time they gave us like real cutscenes was before that. What, Black and White, Gen 5, Black 2, White 2? And you're mad? You're mad? Like, even the cutscenes in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, they were still chibi style. At least in Sun and Moon, we have full body models. These are baby steps, building blocks. And being that I've played Pokemon for so long, like, I take it for what it is. If I want to play a full-fledged movie, if I want to play a graphical masterpiece, personally, I go play Kingdom Hearts. I go play something like where that's the leading. This is Pokemon. We came from what, 8-bit, 16-bit to now we have 3D models. Mind you, like, it's still one of the best selling games ever. Pikachu is one of the most famous mascots in general, not even just Pokemon, in the world. I've seen him time and time again in the Macy's Thanksgiving parade, you know? It's on that level. Shout out to Luffy, big ups to Oda, the GOAT. So that's where I come from when I play Pokemon. I like the story for sure. I think for a handheld game and for what it is, a monster collecting game, each story is self-contained and it connects to its whole thing. Like, the world building in Pokemon is dope, especially for what it is. You can't deny that, especially at the frequency in which they move. And I can understand where there's times where another thing people used to hark on for years was, oh, why are people dropping Pokemon so soon? Why is Pokemon back to back to back? They need time to develop games. They took some time. They lined up their schedule. They got right. And y'all are still mad online, yelling and complaining. There's no real pleasing the online Pokemon community. And there's a huge difference, two different extremes between the online Pokemon community and real life. Because real life, Pokemon gets love, like the meetups, the TCG, VCG meetups, Pokemon Go link ups, like the community, even the cafes, here in the city. But online is just wah. So I'm excited, honestly, for what the Pokemon Company has wrapped up next for Gen 10. Thus far, right now, I feel good. I like it. I give it maybe 8 out of 10, 8.5. That's where I'm at with it. Yeah.